10 years ago, a family-owned business was started in Springfield. This business was to provide in-home health care so that clients could live their lives to the fullest, independent of institutional care. This business was called Comfort Keepers.
So how I started Comfort Keepers was back in 1998. I was a registered nurse at Mercy Medical Center here in Springfield. And while I would go out and do all of the medical things that were required for my patients, there was always little things that they asked me to do. When I would call them in the morning and say, Mrs. Smith, I'm on my way to come see you. What kind of things do you need today? And they would always reply with, oh, could you stop at Kroger's and pick me up some milk? Or could you go to Whitaker's Pharmacy and pick up my prescriptions? Maybe they needed laundry out of the basement, or oh, they would come up with a pain on their side or something like that. And really what they wanted was companionship. They wanted somebody to sit with them or somebody to help them.
I worked with Kris at Mercy Medical Center, so I was seeing a lot of need for seniors and people recuperating from illness, injury, accident, and surgery going home, and I found myself asking home health care for a lot of favors, such as stopping at the grocery store or running an errand for someone or getting them to a doctor's appointment or helping them book an appointment.
The terminology now is non-medical in-home care, but back then that term wasn't coined yet.
And Kris had this great idea to start Comfort Keepers.
And the non-medical care are the things that Comfort Keepers was designed to do to help, get people to remain in the privacy and comfort of their own homes. The first few weeks and months of Comfort Keepers was definitely a whirlwind. We started with one client and quickly within a few short months had 10, 15, 20 clients. It just grew very, very quickly as the word started to get out there about what Comfort Keepers actually was all about.
Oh, where can I start? When I first was interviewed with Kris Clum in 1998, the interview took place in her home office in Springfield. By 1999, Kris had begun franchising the Comfort Keepers concept in Dayton, Ohio. Kris and a small support team began selling and supporting franchisees all over the country.
I knew that we were onto something really good early in 2001 when we had our very first convention in Cancun, Mexico, and we had 32 franchisees. There was about 70 people all in the room, and we all had the same passion. I knew right then at that particular moment on May the 5th of 2001 that we definitely had something good going here, because we had a group of franchisees all in the same room, all sharing the same vision, all sharing the same passion.
Today we have over 544 franchises in the United States, with additional locations in several other countries. With the increased number of franchises, the level of support for franchisees has increased exponentially. That has created the need for many supporting roles.
Comfort Keepers provides a nice variety of services. Not only do we provide care for seniors and people that are recuperating from illness, injury, accident, and surgery, but we have a new moms program which focuses on caring for the family as a whole. Comfort Keepers enjoys taking care of a lot of the homemaking and personal responsibilities that a mother might have when there's a newborn in the home, so that she can bond with her baby and spend time establishing a relationship with that new member of the family.
The biggest day-to-day challenge would be to find the right caregivers, match them up with the right clients so that everybody is happy and have a harmonious workplace.
The care could be anywhere from 2 hours a day to 24 hours, 7 days a week. Well, setting them up all begins with the first home visit. When the general manager goes out to do the initial home visit, then she will come back and tell me some of the things about the clients that we could match up with the caregivers. Then I will go back and I will look to see what their availability is and match up the times that the clients want with the times that the caregiver wants.
I started working for Comfort Keepers August of 1998, and I was attracted to the company because I knew taking care of the elderly is what I wanted to do. I grew up in a home with my grandfather, taking care of him, and I just knew that's what I wanted to do. When I first started here, you are nervous when you're going into the client's home, but it's also an exciting experience because you know that's where your heart is and this is where you want to be. What has really helped me is the training that I've received from Comfort Keepers. There are videos, DVDs, the monthly caregiver quizzes that we take, just the little things that make my job so much easier.
We offer training on a multitude of topics that would assist them in caring for the client, such as they may care for a client who has Parkinson's, so we give them information about Parkinson's disease, or they may care for a client with Alzheimer's, which is becoming more prevalent, and all of those training tools will assist them in taking care of those special clients. We do a background check on all of our caregivers. If they've lived in Ohio for 5 years, we do a BCI check on them. If they live outside Ohio, we send their fingerprints to the FBI for an FBI check. We look for a caring, compassionate person, somebody who you can just usually tell when you talk to somebody that they have the same passion for this job that I do.
I don't feel like I'm going to work. I feel like I'm going to take care of a family member, or like I'm back at home with Grandpa there. And that's a great feeling when the family just appreciates everything you do.
Over the years, we've been thrilled with the quality of caregivers that we are, as Comfort Keepers, are able to provide. I would say that every caregiver that we hire or have on staff, I would actually send out to take care of a member of my own family.
The best thing is knowing that there is help out there for people, that they don't have to feel that they need to go into a facility, that they can call us and we can help them stay with a more quality of life in the home instead of having to go into a nursing home where they feel like they're just a number and not, they're not a person anymore. They can go in there and we can be in their homes and help them to be themselves.
How we created the business model was, it totally started out as something just to take care of seniors in our local community. We, at the time, back in March, April, May of 1998, had no plans to further expand our services. But as time went on, then we quickly found that people in Dayton were calling, hey, there's a Comfort Keepers office in Springfield. Do you have anybody that could come to Dayton or to Englewood? And after phone call after phone call after phone call, we quickly realized that this is not just a Clark County thing, that we needed to start looking to expand our services into other counties.
But I do think relationship building is very important, trying to go out and establish that one-on-one relationship face-to-face with people in the community, the doctors, the lawyers, the pharmacists, the people that do provide care for the seniors and the population that we serve. We're primarily a private pay service. However, the nice part is, as we've developed relationships with a lot of agencies in the community, we have become a preferred provider for the Dayton VA. We've become a preferred provider with the Alzheimer's Association and Parkinson's Foundation, and with a variety of long-term care insurances as well.
If I were to give any advice to a young person, a young entrepreneur ready to start their way into the business world, this is what I would tell them. You have to make that commitment day one. You can't ever give up on yourself. It's always going to be a struggle. There's never going to be an easy day until you are 5, 10, 15 years into it. I still don't have real easy days some days. There's always a challenge out there. But be ready to take your business to bankruptcy if you have to. And most businesses do fail, unfortunately. 80% of them do. But it's that 20% that if you're a strong-willed person and you really know what you want out of life and you put 100% of your heart and your mind to it, you can do anything that you want. So you just have to really stay focused and stay out there.
I've learned many lessons over the past 10 years, but the number one lesson learned is to have confidence in yourself and work hard no matter what role you play in society. I would like the youth of Springfield to understand the career opportunities available for their future in the senior care industry and how they can make some part of the industry a part of their future.
I would definitely recommend being a Comfort Keeper to anyone who knows that they want to be in the senior care field. Everything's rewarding. It's just, you have the best feeling when you leave the client's home and know that they are better off for that day, or when you have done things to make their life easier and worry-free.
My absolute greatest joy is truly watching the seniors be able to remain independent and live at home. And there's always that right time to go to a nursing facility, but when the wrong time is presented before them, it's a miserable transition into a facility. And I just want every senior out there to have the best quality of life that they possibly can. And that is truly from a non-selfish standpoint, but on another side, on the business side of it, I just want the best for my staff. So, they are truly what made this business. I couldn't have done it without them.
We care. We make sure that when we say we're going to be there to help that person, we're there. We do whatever is necessary to make sure that the client has the care.
In this type of business, you can't help but get attached to your families. And we had a family that we actually took care of for a little over 5 years. We saw her every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And the day that our client was ready to pass on to hopefully a better world, all of our staff was surrounded by her bedside, and we were there for her very last breath. And I'll tell you, it was sad, it was compelling, but yet it was a joy that we could actually share in her life, and the things that she taught us were priceless. Being there with her, her daughters were not able to be there with her at that time. They lived out of town, and she had her Comfort Keepers family right there beside her when she passed, and she went very peacefully, and that's what I hope for all of my clients.
Kris Clum found the right business model to capture the non-medical home care market. Her systematic approach for training caregivers and delivering quality service, not only in Springfield but globally, has helped Comfort Keepers service a growing market. We are proud to award Comfort Keepers as the winner of the 2008 Entrepreneurial Business Award.